here we are. I got my new GPS for my birthday. This is it right here. It is it's a small GPS, handheld GPS, mainly meant for hiking, biking, camping, any kind of outdoor activities, maybe even fishing. Not really meant for using on the road as like a navigation GPS for driving or finding addresses and things like that. It's more for just pinpointing your location, or setting a waypoint and then traveling to that location in a direct route. Okay, and it's called the Magellan Explorers GC. It's kind of like other Magellan cheaper GPS devices, except that it has the added benefit of having geocaching features. And I'll explain geocaching more in detail in a few minutes or later on. But it's pretty much just like a scavenger hunt game where you hide little waterproof containers or little like time capsule type containers around in the wilderness, and you mark them yourself where the GPS coordinates are, and then you have other people go find them using their GPSs. It's mainly done on the internet where you join a forum and you post the GPS coordinates for the first geocache container, and then you have other people go find it with their GPSs, and it keeps going from there. Like you find the one cache, and it gives you hints to find the next one, and then the third one, and so on. But I'll go more in detail about that later. Let's talk more about this GPS and what I'm going to be doing with it today. So here it is. I just turned it on. It's booted up. There's a little bit of glare. Let me turn it kind of sideways so you can see it better. At the bottom here we have the geocaching tools. I probably can't see that because of the washout and the glare, but geocaching tools here in the bottom. Let's select it. And these are all the closest caches. This one on the top here, that's one that's about, it's a few miles from my house. It says it's 0.8 miles, but that's because I think the GPS satellite has not updated to show my current position. I think I'm actually more like 3 miles from it right now. But that's where I'm going to be going today. I'm going to be finding just one cache. I'm just going to quickly go in and grab it and just to see if this thing actually works. I'm not going to spend like a whole day geocaching, just to kind of get my feet wet in this new hobby. So yeah, that's the first one there. And all these are within just a few miles of my house right now. And then the actual map is right here. It shows my location there, that arrow right there. And you can scroll around. Let's see. But I'll go more to that later. Let's get going. Here we go. Gonna step out to the garage. There's my car with the bike rack in the back. Pretty cold outside. Got my jacket on. Here's my bike. I guess it's kind of a fancy bike. I got it about a year ago. Haven't really used it for anything cool yet, so this might be a good time to start using it for a hobby like geocaching. So I'm gonna bring it today. Probably don't really need it, but I kind of want to just ride around the area, because apparently this place we're going to, there's about maybe a dozen hidden geocaches just in this area along this pathway. And although I might be just looking for 1 or 2 caches today, just kind of casually looking around, I'm still going to ride my bike up and down the trails a little bit just to kind of get familiar with the area, and plus I've never been there before, so I kind of just want to see what it's all about. So let's get this bike on my car and let's head on over. Alright. Alright, here we go. Got the bike hooked up. I think it's secure enough. It looks kind of weird on my car because it's kind of a low profile car, but anyways, I've done this before, so it should be okay. Alright, let's go. So here we go. Put my bike in the back. Adjust the temperature, getting nice and toasty in here because it's cold outside. Got my umbrella. You can't see it because it's awfully dark in here. But yeah, be prepared for the weather if you're going to be doing this like me. my GPS is somewhere, yeah, it's in my pocket. Sorry about the camera movement, guys. Just gonna make sure I get organized. Yeah, there's my GPS right there. Gonna set that right there for now. Get some tunes going. Let's go. One thing I did forget to mention, you should probably bring a pen with you. Any kind of pen. Probably should be a pen, not a pencil, because there's probably going to be a logbook in this cache. I don't know if there is, I'm not really sure what kind of cache it is, but if there's a logbook, you're supposed to sign it and date it so people know you were there. Okay, so bring a pen. Alright, let's go. As you can see, it started raining about right when I pulled out, but we're going to still try. I mean, we're not going to go all out maybe, but we're going to at least try. That's why I brought my umbrella, you see. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, I don't have a mount for my camera yet, like a dash cam mount, so I'm going to be putting this camera away just a bit so I can drive better. And we're still driving. From here, it's probably about a 7-minute drive. We're going to be going to like a bus station, a bus park and ride, where people go and park their cars and they take the bus downtown, usually to go to work or to go to college, school, things like that. So that's where we're going. That's the closest parking to the first cache location, the coordinates for the first cache. So that's what we're doing. All right. As you can see, everyone's driving much slower when it's starting to rain, myself included. I've kind of been stuck behind this guy for a while now. We'll get there. I mean, better safe than sorry, right? That's just how some people drive. Okay, I'm enjoying my jazz tune. It's okay. Kind of a lazy day for myself. Got to make our turn up here into the parking lot. We still got a few ways to go. This is the street that he's on. That's a good piece of place. Right there. Here is where we're going to park. Reminds me when I used to go to school. I used to go to school downtown, and I wouldn't drive my car there. I'd always park here, and I would take the bus. Every day I'd drive in this parking lot, and I would take the bus downtown. I try to park more towards the left side of the lot. Not much room because a lot of people park here and go to work, and they've already been here since probably 6 o'clock this morning. Probably when they started parking here. And you see that field right ahead of us, way up there, the green field behind the gate? I think that's kind of where all these caches are hidden. It's kind of like a trail that goes back in there. We're just going to go down here and park. Maybe wait a few minutes to see what the weather's going to be like. I don't know if I'm going to get on my bike or if I'm just going to try the first few on foot with an umbrella. So we'll see. You can see it's about 41 degrees outside, and it's raining. not really that great of a day to go, but I was determined. So let's see what we can do. I'm just gonna park over here. See, it's still drizzling a little bit. The problem is my GPS is waterproof, but this camera right here is not. I mean, I might be able to take a few little sprinkles here and there if I take it out, take a few, you know, short clips of video footage, but I don't want to get it soaked. So I'm probably just gonna walk for a bit, you know, then take out my camera, take a little bit of video, make a few little comments, and then put it back in my coat so it doesn't get damaged from the water, because it is not waterproof. Maybe someday I can afford to get a GoPro or something like that, but not yet. Alright, so here we go. We're gonna get the bike out and we'll go from there. So here we are at the park. I'm on my bike. There's the entrance to the trails. We're gonna go. Mason Creek hike and bike trails now open. Hike, bike, ride this bridge here. I didn't know this. I mean, I knew this was back here, but I didn't know they had paved a bunch of trails and such. No idea. It's recently done. So apparently, these geocaches go all along this trail, all the way down that way for several miles, about 6 miles, I think, into George Bush Park, which is another big park that's kind of like a drainage basin area. But we're just gonna maybe try to find one or maybe 2 caches today, because the weather's getting worse and it's cold out here, and it's very uncomfortable for me. I don't want to get sick, so I'll just keep going for a little bit and just see what happens. All right. Funny thing is, I just got here. This bridge was the first thing I saw, and I'm looking at my GPS, and it's showing that I'm like within maybe 10 feet of it, so I might be here on this bridge. I mean, that wasn't very fun. It's like already here, but I gotta find it before I start, you know, bragging about it. So we'll have to see. Well, I'm here under the bridge. It's kind of a dangerous location because it's a drop-off, but it says I'm within 6 feet of it. I thought this was it at first, but that doesn't look like much of a container unless it's got a hidden compartment in it. I think that's just trash. It's like a little thing of contact solution, I think, or something for dry eyes. But I opened the top and I squirted it out. It's just a solution in there. I don't think that's it. I mean, if that is, it's kind of silly. I'm looking around, trying to find something else. I'm trying to be careful, watch my footing. Box right here. I think I found it. It's a lot. It's a key. The key box. So here it is. I'm gonna open it. My hands are kind of numb. So here it is, and there's the logbook. Try not to get it too wet. There we go, I signed it. I'm going to leave, when I get on the forum, I'm going to leave them a note to say that it needs a little bit of maintenance. It needs better, well, it just needs a new logbook, I guess. Because this one's almost filled up, and it's water damaged a little bit. So we're going to leave them a note. And then hide it back where we found it exactly. Right in there. I wonder if that was put there as an intentional diversion or to draw attention to it or something like that. I don't know. Now we're going to carefully go back to the bike. Hopefully no one stole it. So now we found one. We're going to try to find just one more because that was just too easy and we just barely even got started. So close to where I parked. So I'm going to get back on my bike, find the route for the next one and head on up over there. Let's see here. So about 800 feet from my current location, which is right here, still the bridge. Yeah, alright. Let's go. So we're heading on the trail, going east towards George's Park. Probably can't see that well on here, it's the glare, but we're heading the right direction. We've got about 700 more feet to go. Alright, so we're going to keep going. Well, I kept going straight down this path through this park right here, right? And I thought it was a straight shot from that bridge. Just keep going straight east, and we'd fall into the location of the second geocache. Well, looks like I overshot it. That second geocache, it looks like it's actually back over in that neighborhood somewhere. I don't really know, but I overshot it. I don't know where it is, but I'm looking at my GPS, and it looks like there's another cache, like probably the third one, hidden here under this bridge. So I'm going to try to go ahead and find it, and maybe come back to those other caches some other time. So, because this is going to be cache number... number 4. I think it's under this bridge. I'm not exactly sure. My battery's almost dead. Looks like I found the fourth one finally. It was not under the bridge, it was here at this sign. It's a little capsule up here, I think. Yeah, there it is. Alright, I'm gonna sign this, and then I'm gonna go back home. So basically what happened was my camera kept dying and I didn't know that the battery was being drained. So I finally, I guess you didn't see in that clip, I took out the logbook, I signed my name, and I put it back. Now it took me a while to put it back in there because my hands were just freezing cold and numb, and you have to roll that thing really tight to get it in there. So after 3 attempts, I finally got it back in there. Put the capsule back in the signpost, and then I called it a day. started biking my way back to the parking lot. Now, it took a long time because I was numb all over. I think it was below 40 degrees at this point, and it was starting to rain harder. And I just went straight back home, and that's it. Now I'm editing the video as I speak, and hopefully I'll get it posted soon. You'll probably watching it right now, actually, obviously. But yeah, that's what happened. So I found cache 1, and I have found cache 4. Now 2 and 3 are still out there. They're in between the first location and the second location that you saw in the video today. So that's what I'm going to be checking out next time. Next time I go back to that park, I'm going to find caches 2 and 3, hopefully. And that'll be the next video y'all see. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.